Hey everybody, it's Amber, and I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on something that you probably already know how to do, but I've had a couple requests to do this. So, I've been making mini albums with my sister, and we've been into using the chipboard for the pages instead of just the covers. Usually I make envelope minis or paper bag minis and just use the chipboard for the covers and the spine, but lately we've been making mini albums with all of the pages out of chipboard. So I do this method where instead of just putting the paper, so say you have a 6x6 piece of chipboard and then you just lay the 6x6 paper down over it, I've been doing it to where you actually lay a bigger sheet down and then miter the corners and wrap it around it. So I just want to show you how I do that. You probably already know, but so I also want to add in this video, I'm going to be using a little something different that I've really been kind of liking lately. This is a piece of corrugated cardboard, and these work awesome. My little secret, I don't know if it's a secret, but what I do is I go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and they have the squares for the cake, in the cake decorating aisle. They have the cake squares, and they're these. They have them in 6.5 by 6.5 or 8 by 8, and you get 6 in a package for like $2. So that's where I picked these up, and I've already started making an album out of the Graphic 45 12 Days of Christmas paper, and I'm actually loving how it's coming out. I've just started the albums. I haven't embellished or anything, but here's the pages that I've come up with so far, and I used, like I said, that wraparound method, and the pages actually, with this cardboard, it kind of feels like there's some stuffing or something, you know, that gives a little something extra to your album. So here's here's the cover that I haven't embellished or anything, and some of the pages that I've covered. So I just want to kind of show you how it gives it more of a finished look to do that method. There's no core exposed. And then here's the back. So I'm going to show you how I did this. So here's some of the other pages that I covered, and then the backs. And I'm going to be embellishing these with the cute 12 Days of Christmas prints. So like I said, I just started this album. Anyways, so I'm going to show you how I cover one of my pages. So like in this album, it's going to go like this, like this. So I'm to this page now, so I need the page that's going to go next to this page. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So first, all you're going to need is, like I said, a piece of chipboard or a corrugated cardboard, and obviously your design paper, your ATG gun, and a bone folder, and some scissors. So all you do, okay, so like I said, this corrugated cardboard, which is my album base, is 6.5 by 6.5. That's what size it just happens to be. So I'm using the 8 by 8 pad from this collection. So all I did was I left the full page 8 by 8. I'm using this design here for this page that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to leave it the entire 8 by 8 size. So all you do is you just take your ATG gun, and I'm using the white side for the front. It doesn't matter though, because it's going to be all covered. And I just put a little bit of ATG, and it doesn't have to be perfect on the edges or anything, because like I said, you're going to be wrapping this around the paper around. Oops, can't glue straight. So then I'm just going to, you know, put a little bit of ATG down so it sticks. And then I'm going to take my paper, flip it upside down, and stick the glue side down. Try to center it as good as I can here. Okay, so that's what I have now. I have this cardboard stuck to this 8 by 8 piece of paper. So then I take my bone folder and just kind of press it down so it really stays. Turn it over and press it down. Get all the, if there's any bubbles or anything, get those out. So then what you're left with is this. And this is like the back side of the paper that you're using. So then you just take your scissors and you miter the corners. So everybody probably knows what that is, but how I do it is I cut at an angle just like this, leaving the tiny bit right here at the corner. You don't want to take it all the way in because then this corner will be exposed. So you do that for all 4 corners. You just miter the corners. And I'm sure there's more of a straight way for me to do this, but I just like eyeball it. So then you're left with this, okay? Then you can either use score tape or I just use my ATG gun. So then you just go ahead and add adhesive to all of these 4 edges. And be generous with it. I always do 3 strips if it's for the size because this is going to be what holds the page together. So I'm pretty generous with the tape. So then you've got all your glue on your little page here. And then what I do is I like to kind of just work it like this before I fold it up. Just kind of bend it on your surface, your work surface, until you've got it kind of like this. And then what you do is you just fold it over and smooth it down. So do that with each side. Fold it over and smooth it down. And the reason we worked it on the surface first to get it kind of bent where we want it to go is so when I do this, it kind of leaves a straight edge when I fold it over. Okay, so now you've got your piece like this. This is the back, and you're just going to take your bone folder and press everything down, what you just did. And then here's the front. Sorry. My camera's giving me problems here. Okay, so here's the front, and see how it's more finished? So I always take my bone folder and just go along the edges here so there's no gaps or bubbles or... And then here it is, so it's nice and finished. So that's the front, and then this is going to be the back of your page. So for the back, like I said, this is 6.5 by 6.5. I have a 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, I believe, paper that I already distressed and cut down to size that we are going to lay right here. And this is going to leave the tiniest bit of border around. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add my adhesive. And this one, you do want to, use the normal rules or whatever of adding your ATG adhesive. Get right up to the edge so nothing comes up, or I always put like some in the middle too. So then you're going to take your page and kind of dry fit, where you want it. So I know where I'm going to lay it down. So then I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. And this is so simple. I just sat down here about 30 minutes ago and I've already got, this is my 5th page now. And this is a 6-page album. And then I just have to make all my, decorations and embellishments and put my rings through it and tie my ribbon, and it's going to be great. So, all right, so there we go. And if you have any, little pieces coming up, just use your bone folder. And then I like to, since I already distressed this page, I like to go ahead and then distress my finished side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, but I'm going to distress all the edges here. So then there's my page. So now I'm going to add it to my book. And so I'll come back and show you my completed album, but I'll just show you real fast. So there's all the pages that I've covered so far. And like I said, using this corrugated cardboard, so there's the page we just did. And then my last page is going to go here. That. So using this corrugated cardboard, it is really heavy duty, plus it gives it like a little bit of a puffy effect. I don't know how to explain it, but I can just imagine adding some lace and flowers to this, and then rings, and adding ribbon to the rings. It would be a beautiful gift, and it doesn't take that long. And all you need is like a paper pad, and like I said, this $2 package of the cake squares. I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I'll be back in the next couple of days to show you my completed mini album. Thanks again for watching, everyone. See you soon.